on Halloween or on a regular day, what would you say are some good tips or good habits to get in the habit of when you greet guests with your dog?
Sure. So let's do 3 tips. Yeah, 3 tips for greetings.
Okay.
1, if you have a partner or you live with a roommate or something, have your partner or roommate stand back away from the door holding your dog and rewarding them as people enter. That would be the first most optimal. If you don't have, we'll call this 1A. If you don't have a partner or roommate that you live with, or maybe a friend that's already there when you're hosting, tether your dog away from the door. So this can be like maybe they're tied to the couch or the banister of your staircase, something like that. Yeah, have your dog tethered away from the door. Give them some treats for being far away. You can give them something more long-lasting as long as your dog doesn't have resource guarding issues like a bone or a lick mat with peanut butter to entertain themselves while you go open the door. This helps your dog associate staying away from the door while people come in equals positive peanut butter time, right?
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Tip number 2, have your guests grab treats on their way in. This is a big one. So I always have like a little Tupperware of cookies outside. And if I have a reactive dog in my house and let's say I just can't get to tethering them or something, I say, grab some cookies outside. And when you come in, throw the cookies away from you. What this does is create space between your dog, the door, and the person. So now instead of rushing the threshold, which is your door or the new human, your dog is moving away from all of those things to go eat some snacks. And you can teach your dog a go find it cue by just throwing food on the ground. This is circling it back to your neighbor's lawn during Halloween while the kids are trick-or-treating to decompress. Do that on a regular walk. Throw some treats into the grass. Tell your dog to go sniff. Yeah, have them work through sniffing and thinking and problem solving under duress, which anytime we're on a walk, your dog is under duress because there's a lot of stuff going on outside. They're wearing this weird equipment. So every time you go outside, there's stressors happening. So if you are working on a go find it with your dog, then when your guests come in and they throw cookies and they say, go find it, your dog's going to be like, bye. Okay. Right now, your guest is no longer the most important thing in the room. And then my third tip is work on a place. So I share a lot on my Instagram, the power of place and threshold behavior. So I use elevation because elevation provides what we call a really strong control stimulus. So this is all about kind of reimagining this idea of impulse control, which is something that like people feel they need to teach their dogs to have impulse control. But really what we need to teach them is what we need to teach is better management of the situation. So if you can use elevation, this is going to create stimulus control, which means creating stimulus. You go up on this bed and stay there. That's a stimulus now. My brain is stimulated to distract from incoming stimulus, guests walking in the house.
So by elevation, do you actually mean like getting your dog on something?
Yeah, like a cot bed. Some of my clients opt for like an ottoman. They have an ottoman nearby or an entryway bench. Getting your dog up and on there and down in a settle and giving them treats for staying there while you go to the door and come back. Eventually, you can cue this. I have clients who we've worked through this and we cue it and the doorbell rings and their dog runs and lays down on the bed and waits.
Wow.
Because that's what is autonomic for them. Yeah, it's all about what behaviors you and your dog work together to create. That's very advanced behavior. Is it achievable? 1,000%. Do we start there? No, we just start with working on getting them to stay in a bed and eating snacks while we go and open the door. And then eventually you can teach them to cue it. Or just if you're going to the door, you tell your dog to go to place and they'll stay put because they know that that means relax. Mom's going to come back with snacks. I'll just hang out here. Oh, look, people are walking in. Still waiting for my snacks. Yeah, that's what we're trying to drive through. So those are my 3 tips.
Awesome. Those are great. Thank you so much, Sylvia. I learned a ton. I always do. I mean, I think I've heard it all and then we have a conversation. So really appreciate it. I hope everyone learned something today and I hope everyone has an amazing Halloween with their dogs.
Yes,
everyone's treated and safe.
Yeah, get your cookies out. Not just for the kids, for your doggos
for the dogs too.
Yeah. And hey, you can use dope dog cookies as rewards. So you're literally creating calm while you're creating behavior.
Yes. Love it.
Awesome. Thanks,
you.
guys.